Welcome to The Business. I'm Carrington Clark. Coming up on the program, the opt-out insurance super trap. $9 billion a year for a product consumers may not know they have. And trust us, we're miners. Rio Tinto's boss with a pitch to government on climate change and tax. The bad behaviour of sections of the insurance industry has been on show at the Banking Royal Commission. But there's another event that also has insurers very worried. New legislation will exempt under 25s from paying for default insurance in their super accounts, costing super funds billions of dollars. But for all other workers, the only way to avoid premiums which erode their super fund nest egg is to opt out of insurance. Andrew Robertson reports.
It's costing us $9 billion a year, but we seem to know little about it.
I actually don't have any idea about the insurance in my super at the moment.
I guess it probably makes sense. It's probably something that's packaged into what I've already got, but I've never really looked into it.
I still don't understand how they charge it, to be honest.
Life insurance was added to default superannuation funds in 2013 as a way of combating the fact that on average Australians are underinsured. This automatic insurance generates around $9 billion a year in premiums, and millions of Australians don't even realise they're paying.
I think it's a real problem that insurers are able to rely on a system that basically defaults people into a product that they have no understanding of.
Insurance inside super on a default basis is not needs, right? That's not trying to tailor to everyone's needs. In fact, what it's looking to do is provide a safety net level of cover.
Insurers, like banks, do well out of apathy and lack of financial literacy. You can cancel insurance in super, it's called opt-out, but most people don't. And as the Royal Commission revealed about banks, there can be fee for no service. Nearly $2 billion a year is spent on duplicate policies by people in more than one super fund. And with income protection insurance, for example, you can only claim on one policy.
There's a danger with those zombie policies. These premiums keep getting deducted from your superannuation, and there actually isn't any benefit from them whatsoever.
The other question mark over insurance in super is, will it do the job? Everyone's insurance needs are different, but in super, insurance tends to be one size fits all, similar cover for everyone.
Your age does not determine what you need. One person might need $100,000 in death cover, the other person might not need any. So why pay for it?
It's in retirement, though, that insurance in super can really bite. According to the Productivity Commission, all those premiums at up to $2,000 a year can wipe out a quarter of a person's final super savings, or around $125,000.
The kind of trade-off there is not a good value one, and it's not one that the trustees of the superannuation funds have ever had to articulate either. They've never had to say, this is the trade-off that we're comfortable with.
But the superannuation industry says without compulsory insurance, many people would have no insurance at all.
Unfortunately, people think that they're bulletproof, that bad things happen to other people and not to them.
In an attempt to stop people being sold insurance they don't need, the government is planning to make it opt-in for under 25s. That is, if they want insurance in their super, they'll have to actively choose it. It's a decision which will cost the insurance industry billions of dollars a year in lost premiums. And not surprisingly, it's not happy.
What we're actually doing is creating a class system here where, depending on your age or your wealth, will determine whether or not you have access to automatic life insurance.
Some say that will see the price of insurance for over 25s rise by up to 30% and leave many under 25s very exposed.
They might be in the construction industry, they might be working 10 floors up, they might be working in emergency services or other dangerous occupations where they're at a higher risk of injury or death.
Which goes to the heart of the issue facing the insurance industry, its seeming inability to persuade Australians they need to buy insurance.
We've got to make our case and demonstrate the value that we are providing to Australians. And we are doing that in many ways. I mean, in terms of, it's got to be action though, not words.
Opt-in for under 25s is scheduled to start next July if the government can get the legislation through Parliament. For everyone else, unless they opt out, they'll continue to pay for insurance they haven't chosen.